Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Thoriq Putra Renaldi. In this project, in this video, I want to show about my presentation about human-computer interaction summary report for human-computer interaction course. Myself is Thoriq Putra Renaldi, and here's the project. First of all, the contents itself, it's the step one of until step 14 for the project of the human computer interaction. So, first of all, here's the step one, understanding user. So the questionnaire is shown. There's 32 questions, and and the question itself. I got the respondents for correspondence. So there is Abdullah Hadi, Muhammad Alfa Nasin, Ahmad Rafi Gifari, and Yusuf Iqbal Kusumayuda. uh, all of the all of the persons is from 19 to 12-year-old range. Abdullah Hadi is ambitious, technophile, artistic. Muhammad Afanasin is cheerful, lovable, strong, mental. Matrafi Gifari is moody, silent, and childish. And Yusuf, Yusuf Iqbal Somayuda is cheerful, mature, diligent. But all of the correspondents are college students. Usually, all of the correspondents usually playing games. There is cinematography, futsals too, videography, dancing, swimming, reading, watching YouTube. So, in this, spend the time with social media. Both of almost all of the correspondents said from range 8, range 7, range 8. There is range 3. So, the correspondents too said that what kind of social media they usually tend to see: technology, game, and music. So, the next one is yeah, from the range 1 to 10, threat affect your activities. 10, 9, 5, and 5. So, here's the summary. Okay, and the next one, this is the personality of the correspondent, and usually uh, they cannot focus, easy to forget, introvert, and hard to start something like exaggerating or procrastinating something. Yeah. So the core questions it's the what they trying to get from the uh, COVID COVID activities or online. So they're taking online class, online course, and lecture from home. So they're they they usually tend to have internet connection lost, self learning, uh, lacking lacking is just some things and heavy activities. So they tend to use WhatsApp and Google Chrome or video conference or Moodle or Microsoft Enterprise apps like Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and so on. So uh, the reasons why there because they tend to have connections between each other, between their friends, between their relation and someone, or maybe their lecturers and so on, and Moodle too. And and the reasons why all of the respondents said that communication is number one because they tend to have the lacking communications too. So here's the summary. From what I can expect, because the user persona is tends to have lacking of communications. So they tend to have communication problems. So this is the step 2 until step 3. Understand business functions and understand UA design process. So the first one is we open the app. So and then login. So have an account yeah, it's just like signing up or login page. Uh, if no is register page, fill the form, submit the register form, and then back to login page. If yes, if no, it's going to end the session. Or if they want to go to login, they want to synchronize. For the first time, yes, they also have the synchronize button. Login page, going to synchronize, and synchronize with account. Synchronize with account and going to after the successful, it's going to main page. Main page. Do you want to communicate or not? So if there is yes, open the chat page, or the if no, open the timeline page. Sorry, there's mosquitoes. uh, if open the page, chat page, choose the recipient, chatting with the recipient, and going to end session. If there's no, open the time. They want to maybe they want to open the timeline page. Just choose news or recommendations. If their session be finished, if there is yes, log out and end, or no, back to main page. Okay, the business process description. User open the application. Uh, After open A execute, user will be given the conditions. If they want to login, user will only use the login page. If the user want to register, user will be given register button. Point C, if user just register, user will be greeted with personal information that consists of name, email, birth date, and a password. Account username is necessary. After the closing, use the fill button for clicking chapter and submit, or something like registrar button. After user registration complete, user will be directed to login page to login exit application during the session. Okay, after the user is login, create synchronize option for the function that has two conditions. If they want to skip for now, or they synchronize, they will be synchronized. After user is login, use or not, they have two main page, chat, timeline, and default page. Yeah, there will be three. After the user recipient at the recipient for the chat, they will be start chatting and etc etc. System requirement for the application requirement data. This is running on Android 8.0. The RAM is 4 gigs because the standard mobile application is standard mobile is 8.0 and 4 gigs of RAM, and then broadband internet connection, or 4G, 3G and 4G, yeah, 3.5G and 4.5G, and then broadband internet connection, yeah, for that. Minimum processor Exynos 7420, or as I can see, the third generation of all of the Samsung. Uh, System explanation. There is input output. Input is email, username, password, date until new account. Username, email, password to application access, gain control, input synchronize, and so on and so on. Contact info, new chat, text image to new thread, or thread to save the thread to the database. The text analysis is shown. Application, and then going to number one, and then going to number two. If the login, number two. After number two, number three. After number three, end session. There will be a certain sub task analysis. Enter username, password, and register. And then the third 3.1 is chatting and the serving the timeline. So mental model is shown. Preparation, the activities, manage account. So they open the application and login and synchronization. Do activities, chatting, and see timeline. Manage account is edit profile and exit. Okay, the two main core of the process or the function is to make user can do chat with the desired recipient, and user can get entertainment from the timeline. the conceptual model is shown like this, and the timeline is shown. So the standard design on the style guide is shown like uh, timeline from the line application and WhatsApp. Uh, the next one is step 4 until 5. Developer menus navigation seems in kind of Windows as shown. Chatting application, login, register, synchronize. Chatting menu there is 3. Create, delete, and see. And there's timeline menu, create thread, delete thread, see thread. And there's mockup system navigation. This is the as shown. Yeah. And the message compose and message see the message. All of the message Windows type is mobile or 1080p because the standard operation of the pixels and the mobile is always, not always, but tend to be 1080p. Okay, there's cat pause and timeline. Justification of the UI window. Menu bar, the main page must be defined. It's simple, but most of the people who didn't know about the application will get through the application first before using it. Overall, the menu that inherit the application giving good experience. This is the step 4 until step 5 justification. Step 6 until step 7 shows the interaction device. Interaction device for the UI, i.e. tablet and a smartphone. The UI design fit properly in the mobile used device as being said. Justification of the UI design made in the step 6 until 7. Sign up menu as shown. Login menu as shown. Profile menu, adding the profile menu due to the fact that the system needs to have a profile menu. And navigation bar fulfilled. Okay, step 8 until 9. Feedback. There is feedback from the login and sign up error as shown. And justification as shown. Activity error. Activity error as shown is like a pop-up message from the application itself to the internet connection itself, or the user user need to delete the post in the timeline. And there's a screen, a loading screen that appears like this. Guidance and feedback. There is a guidance from timeline, profile, and message, and feedback from for the user to give feedback and support, shown as pop-up. So there's step 10 until 12. So internationalization. The first target this application is Southeast Asia for the first target for the beginning. Hence, the main language is English to make it internationalized, but will have open option for the localization to achieve local target, like Philippine with Tagalog or Indonesia with bahasa Indonesia, or Malaysia with bahasa Malaysia, or Singapore with Singapore, English Singapore. And there is step 11 until 12. So the graphic icon. So the X button is to close sign up menu. This is sign up button for the login, synchronization, sending message, sending posting, respond button warning. It will be shaped as this, and this is the navigation button, and this is the upload in the message and timeline. So the cars that I made, that I choose for the application, it's B0765D, and then FFF, and FFFA, and then E8 for the colors, for the color palette. The reason why is based on the interview, to make it custom theme in the daily life user persona. Uh, Usually this dominant color like B0765D used in color profile, color, color in profile, navigation, center background, and icons. FFF usually based on the color in the background. FA usually used in the navigation bar background. E8 usually used for the base background for the recipient message. Okay, step 13 until 14, organizing and arranging windows and layouts, and then testing. So this is the improvement layout, mockup with the improvement layout. So as you can see, there's no uh, nothing special in here, but it's uh, uh, been great that uh, maximize it. And then there is a loading button, loading screen. Loading screen is make it like this, and the synchronization success to make it pop up from the synchronization button, for the synchronization loading screen. And then going to message, timeline, profile, and there is a compose, message, and create post. Okay, justification layout from the previous mockup that have been improved for the tech assignment. The width and height given the same length. This is 35 pixel times 32 pixel. And there's minor correction, create post layout, and sorry, there's mosquitoes. Create post layout, loading screen layout, and there major update, mockup synchronized success layout. All of the details given out in the link in the description below. Usability goals, effectiveness, long period of the application, effectiveness, learnability. There's a tutorial, and there is a maximum from installation of the application. Uh, Flexibility is user can adapt any updates of the application, and attitude is the application can be acceptable to the users in any cases. Justification, efficient for the to use by any user. Uh, Efficiency for the user to use the application is the most achievable goals for uh, for me to create any updates that makes the user happy with the application. User can use the application in short time. User can update to the application and using it in the pretty short of time. Due to the fact that some of the application can adapt well with the features that inherit the application itself. So the testing plan scenario, I survey and customer reporting method uh, to provide subjective data from the user that based on attitude, perception of the interactions, usability, and overall desirable qualities for usability. Testing 2, I adapt Shackle's usability measures that consist of 4 measures: effectiveness, learnability, flexibility, and attitude. So here's the comment, and then we're going to Figma. Okay, here's the Figma. As we can see, here's it. No, so first one we're going to the testing or dummy. So here's the first one. So this is the uh, this is the first landing one. The first landing for the login. For the application is the login, and there is a sign up button and login button. So if we are going to sign up, there's a sign up, and we should name, email, password, and there's sign up. If we going to login, there's a login and forget the password and yeah, sign up. So if after we input the name, email, password, we're going to sign up. So there's the the login synchronization success to the database, and there's the pop-up for the synchronization success. So that's the wait, sorry. There's the this is the message menu, and then there is a timeline menu, and there is the profile menu. For the message menu, there are several. So there's add and chat. So if we click this, it will be like this. The chat menu will shown as shown, and there is back too. And we're going to back, and then we're going to add. So the add compose is like this. We have send and back. So the next one is timeline. Timeline as shown is there is create, and there's this navigation button. So if we create, and then we click blah 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 in here or some things or upload, and then we post, it will be shown like this. Yeah, there's a yeah, like this, and the Dr. Jelly. Then we create to the next. There's profile, uh, shown like this, and that's it. That's from me, from Thoriq. I Thoriq. Thanks for watching, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.